Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to Frankincense. Welcome to my Patreon, my YouTube channel, Rumble, and of course, you can always find me on fsma.life. And if you're enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, please do share. So I just wanted to jump on, kind of go over with what I've been shown, where are we at, what can we expect. And it's really interesting. And I know there are certain words that we have to talk in cryptic. So I'm going to do the best I can. But when you look at the place down under, as they say, and okay, when I look at the people, when I look at the energy, and when I look at what's going on there, and when I look at your country, your home, your place where you live, I was shown that they are just to a point where they're to the boiling point, where I do see them becoming more emotional. I do get, it's kind of like the energy of the mama bear, papa bear, where you poke the bear too long, you take away their rights, you inflict harm on kids, then you start to take away their food and their security, and they're kind of sitting back thinking, wait a second, what's really going on here? It catches you off guard. Like, what is really going on here? You hear all these stories about the kids, and you're wondering, really, is that even true? Like, it sounds so bizarre. And then you start seeing this violence, and then you start seeing the big government arena. You see what's going on there. And even the different countries, even with taking people, keeping them, using and hurting them. I hope you know what I'm talking about, that other A word. What's going on over there? And we just kind of, the people as a majority, I have been shown they're just kind of in shock. They're in shock it's kind of like when you're young, you believe everything that you've been told. That's how you're taught. You must obey. You mind the rules. Come on, don't you go getting into trouble. We've all been taught the same thing. Some of us. And so when you do all that, and then you get a little bit older and you kind of realize and you think, wait a second, but I did everything that I was supposed to and it didn't quite turn out. Have I really been lied to? Are you seriously joking me? As a child, you're so innocent and you want to please your parents. You want to please teachers, those of authority, church officials, and you do what you're told. We're finding ourselves at a time where we may be starting to realize that things may not have been what we were told, what they said. They're not the same. And people have been in a little bit of a weird shock. And we're to a point where we're kind of realizing we've been in the shock place and we've been just absorbing and trying to digest all of this. Don't forget messing with the health, and don't forget messing with our finances, with our money. And then you mess with the elderly. Those are some big subjects here. Some kids, elderly, money, finances, threatening us with our food. We got to stay in the house. Like, seriously? I'm just telling you, we're right at the cusp where we may start seeing some real issues with your monies, some real issues with your food. More effects, maybe even with kids and schooling and education. We may see things really start to tighten up. And I just have to say, certain countries, bless their heart, they've kind of really opened up the door for the rest of us. But here's a different perspective. They opened up the door for the rest of us to kind of feel and see and realize, wait a second, but I'm not going to be like that. So the rest of us is watching what's going on, and we're thinking, I don't think so, because we know how it turns out. Because look, you may find people are not going to be so nice. You may find going into different countries, as we have watched how this plays out, how and where it goes, and it doesn't get any better by them being nice, obeying all the rules. We start to see like, okay, wait a second. It turned out like that. I have been shown poking the bear and poking the bear. It doesn't look good, because we're going to skip from A to C or A to Z real quick. And when people start to realize, as you take away the monies, as you see and start getting more proof and evidence, court hearings, people are watching. They may pretend they're not paying attention, but they're paying attention and they're watching. And we may see here real quick a lot of ticked off mama bears, papa bears, and no stopping them. I see it getting real ugly real quick. As far as what's been going on over there, we may just skip right over there and go right to more of the matter of fact. So I do see us going from this to high emotion, anger, rage, the whole bit, real quick. So I see it getting really interesting. The niceness, the compassion. We'll still have that for each other. This is one thing I really want you to hear on. This is really interesting, because I was shown having compassion on fellow men, your neighbor, those that I really relate to, that I can see that I relate to. We're going to trust them. People that maybe in political office, no compassion. This may even go to church leaders, because the whole realization of what's true and what isn't, what was a lie, what was the truth, this is where we're headed for several years, as far as who do I trust and who don't I trust. And those in a political position are probably going to have to be ordinary people like you and I. Because anyone who tries to come in like, oh, you know, they're rich, they have authority, they may carry a name behind them, they probably won't be trusted. Whoever comes in from this point moving forward for a long, long time, well past your lifetime, you may see that they're going to have to prove themselves, because we're and you're not going to trust them. You want to see what they're about, because you've been hurt. You've been damaged. We all have. Our kids, our health, our monies, our securities. In some cases, our life, people's lives. You think we're going to just trust whoever they say, trust this person? Probably won't happen. Will not happen. They're going to have to earn it, and you're going to have to really see proof and evidence of who they say they are, or they're out. We're not the same people. You're not the same people. Our kids are not as our parents were. No, it's not the same. And this is where you see that line being drawn in the sand, because it's not real pretty. But watch for the anger. And boy, I tell you what, don't mess with Mama and Papa Bear. They are not so nice. Anyway, watch for this energy, because it's coming. Spirit's showing it really strong. So just wanted to give you a quick update. I love you all. Blessings to you. And we'll connect very soon.